All right, just got the boat hooked up because I really want to go fishing. So I am, but it is currently September 24th and it is blazing hot. We've been in the midst of a terrible heat wave, way too hot for late September. Typically the fishing is very good this time of year, but you definitely face challenges when temps are up like this. It's in the 90s again today. It's been in the 90s every day, but I got a great falling tide. Should be pulling shrimp out of backwater marshes, and you know everything goes nuts when there are white shrimp in the area. So hopefully I can find some good action. Come along with me, let's find out. All right, we got a pretty significant breeze blowing today. I stopped in this major pass, trying to let that sun just get a little bit lower. Water temp in here is 88 degrees, crazy hot. But right here, as close to the bank as I am, it's 35 feet. So I'm figuring my best shot with the water temps up like this, at least with that sun high in the sky, is gonna be to hit this bank, try and catch some flounder and redfish. I'm just gonna make a quick pass doing this. If it doesn't work out, I'm gonna try something different. Got a pretty significant east wind blowing now, probably above 10, maybe 12, somewhere in there. And we got this falling tide pushing us this way, the wind coming against us this way. Just such a significant drop off here. Definitely a type of place that flounder would hang out for sure. We got some gorgeous water coming out of this cut here. Water I'm fishing is not bad, but man, it's really nice coming out of here. Probably will duck in there some point soon if I don't do anything out here in the main pass. Oh, by the way, I'm throwing a green hornet matrix shad and a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head. Oh, there we go. There. Oh, I missed him. What the heck was that? He hit me right away. As soon as the bait hit the, I bet he was a flounder. As soon as the bait hit the water, right up on that bank. Man, I hate losing that fish. It was not a trout for sure. It was either a flounder or a red. Since I lost him, it was probably a flounder. All right, every shrimp boat in the state of Louisiana decided to pass down that pass. So now I've ducked into one of these little bayous and see what I can find in here. Kind of a bummer because I got that hit almost right away. I think I probably could have caught some fish, but didn't fish it more than about 5 minutes or so. The tide is falling so hard through here, just racing out. Gonna have to find some type of current breaks. I mean, look at this water eddying. You can see it coming out of here, just racing. Gonna need current breaks or drains or something to find some concentrated fish. And right now I'm targeting speckled trout, redfish, flounder, and bass. I'll take any of the above. Water in this straightaway part here is 4.5 feet. We'll see what it is up in this bend. So it's gonna be deeper. Oh, there's a fish. What are you? Come on, let me see. Let me see, come on, don't get off. Don't get off like your buddy did. A little red, I think? Yep, little redfish. All right, it's a start. That's a start. Obviously too small to take home, but very glad to see these guys around. They'll be legal soon. All right, dude, see you next time. Get out there and grill. Water temp back here is 90 degrees. Late September and the water temp is 90 degrees. Doesn't even seem possible. By the time you watch this, a cool front will have come through. One's supposed to come through tomorrow. Put the nighttime lows into the 60s. That'll definitely help. That's gonna get everything fired up. Oh, there's a fish. Threw into his mouth. Feeling like another small red. Rubber stamp. Rubber stamp. Makes me wonder if that's what we had out in that big pass. I mean, he's the exact same size. All right, hopefully those guys will grow. I stuck a tag in their backs. We can find out where they move to, how much they grow, how quickly. If you're from out of town and not up to date with Louisiana's redfish situation, we obviously historically have had just absolutely phenomenal redfishing, but it fell on very hard times 2 or 3 years ago. And leading into that, you just did not catch fish that size. They were just not to be found. It seems like this year we've got 18 to 22 inch reds absolutely everywhere, and obviously some small ones as well. So it's always good to see. All right, 8 feet right here. The water eddying. Look at this upwelling here. Should have caught a fish right there. That's from that current running through here and hitting against that wall. Oh, I missed him. He hit me when I was not even paying attention. Right under the boat. Right where I was saying there should be fish. Let's see if we get his buddy to bite. Now, I'm thinking he was a speckled trout, but who knows? Could have been another red. Maybe there's a bunch in here. All right, make a couple casts on that ledge wall, see if we left anything there. Oh, there we go. We left something there. That's a speck, I'm thinking. Yep, speckled trout. I think he's gonna make it, but I'm definitely not sure. Oop, no, he's not gonna make it. He is not gonna make it. I'm gonna measure him just in case, but I don't think he's big enough. No, he's 12. So many small trout around this year. It's another thing that makes me happy. Left me a scale, got a good bump. Looks like a small redfish scale or a big speckled trout scale. Oh, there's a fish. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Just so surprising to see. I mean, definitely the same school of fish for sure, running up and down this bayou. We're all the exact same size. All right, bro, see you next year, hopefully. Hopefully somebody catches him. You know, redfish spawn this time of year, August, September, and October. So I'm betting these fish are the result of last year's spawn, 2023. Oh, there's another one. Oh, bass, beautiful bass. All right. Goodness. Whew, did he take it deep? That's a good bass too. That's a good marsh bass. Look at this guy. These guys hang out with the reds, hang out with the specks. They're all mixed up here in the South Louisiana marsh. Now, this is considered a pretty good size one. We do keep and eat these because they don't get much bigger than this. So we've hit the trifecta today. Speckled trout, redfish, and bass. Would love to top that off with a flounder. I think there's a ton of fish in this little bayou. Obviously, a lot of small fish in the mix, but you just never really know because those small fish are much more inclined to bite with these high water temps than those bigger fish are. You know, if we were coming through here with 80-degree water instead of 90-degree water, what would we be catching? You never know. Never know. Oh, what are you? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Lo and behold, another undersized red, although he's bigger than the other ones. He's about 2 inches bigger than the others. This guy's probably about 14, maybe even 15 inches. Another tag and releaser. See you, dude. Yeah, they're not keepers, but man, it's a blast. Oh, there we go. Feels like a trout. Yep, but not a big one. I'm croaking, dude. You excited? I'm excited too. Glad to make your acquaintance. Love the way trout hit. Just love it. You get that tick. I mean, sometimes they inhale it, certainly. Definitely impressed with this little bayou. I'd be even more impressed if the fish were about 6 inches bigger. But, you know, I don't really care. I'm just out here for bites. I love this. Oh, goodness, that's a good hit. That might be a good fish. Yeah, that might be a good one. That might be the red that takes a boat ride. I think it is. Yep. Yep. Come on, dude. Don't you throw that hook. Don't you throw that hook. Come see the avid. Come see the avid. Oh, he's barely hooked. Come on, dude. We don't want to lose you. All right, we got him. All right, there we go. Do have some bigger fish in here. All right, he was hooked a little better than I thought he was. All right, these have to be 18 inches in Louisiana now. This one definitely is. We're gonna eat him. We're going to eat him. Just so awesome. I love fishing stuff like this. Just love it. Yeah, that was a noticeably different hit than those smaller fish. There he is. What are you? Not big. I think maybe a trout. Maybe a trout. Probably a small red. Oh, hooked in the tail. Foul hooked. No, he's hooked in the mouth. He was just tail wrapped. All right. Definitely glad I brought my tagging kit. Pretty fish and a couple extra spots on his back. Also pretty with that yellow tag. I've gone like 10 minutes without a bite, which isn't terribly long, but there's another bayou real close by. I'm gonna run to it and see if we can find similar action. Same size fish, maybe bigger fish, who knows? Maybe no fish. Let's go check it out. I'm curious now. All right, we're in that next bayou. Water here at the mouth, not all that deep. Water clarity is about the same, maybe a little bit worse. We'll see as we push up in here. 2.5 feet right here. Should be deeper in these bends. Oh, goodness, I got smoked. Well, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Okay, it's 5 feet here, so definitely feeling better about this bayou. Got a 3-way coming up that looks really good. Oh, there we go. There we go. Didn't make it all the way to the 3-way. Already got a fish. Small speckled trout. Small speckled trout. Didn't get a tag in that one. Oh, there we go. There's a red. All right. One of those kind of tweeners. Definitely not legal, but bigger than what we've been catching. About 14, maybe 15 inches. Oh, I have to apologize to my grandson, Liam. He's 5. You may have seen him in a recent video, but he doesn't like when I throw the fish back in. He thinks it hurts the fish, so he wants me to place him in the water. He said when he comes fishing with me, that's what he's gonna do. Just place him back in. I'll try and remember that for the next fish, Liam. In your honor. Water in here is definitely prettier than the bayou I left. Not that that bayou was bad, it wasn't. This water's really pretty good. I can see my bait probably 18 inches down. So I'm gonna make a few casts with this Glass Blast Zimmer swimmer. You saw my last video. This is a color I had him make for me for fishing really pretty water. Let's see what the fish think of it in here. This water is definitely not perfect for this, because it does have a little stain to it, a little color. I'll say color more than stain. I really wanted this bait for that gorgeous green water that we often find, particularly in the fall. All right, here's a place where the bayou cut through its bank. Looks like it looped back around and came back this way, and they got so compressed, they're probably in a storm or something like that, it broke through. I mean, all a bayou is a slow-moving river, so they act a lot like rivers. But when you come across something like that, definitely a likely place to produce fish. Typically what happens, all this stuff back here gets real shallow, eventually just fill in. Oh, goodness, I got a horrible hook set. Hopefully he stayed, oh, we lost him. I got just the absolute worst hook set of my entire fishing career. Just wasn't ready. That fish destroyed that bait. Yeah, and look at that. The hook went into my plastic. He was never hooked. He never emerged, thanks to my lousy hook set. All right, no other bites. Switch back to that matrix. And first cast. First cast. That feels like a small trout. Yep. Would have been legal last year. Definitely over 12. Just not over 13. Theme of the fall so far. Well, first cast with the matrix. I could probably switch to a candy bug Zimmer swimmer and do better in this water. It's just got too much color in it for that Glass Blast. we go. There's a fish. Speckled trout. Are you worth a measure? I don't think you're worth a measure. You might be worth a measure. Nah, we're not gonna measure you. Probably should have. Oh, there's another one. You're not as big as that other one. You're definitely not worth a measure. Amazing how many of those fish are around in September. Just amazing. Gonna be a good fall. I've said it 500 times. It's gonna be a good fall. Just need to avoid hurricanes. Some nice, placid, calm weather. Nice and cool. Oh, missed another one. Got a lot of fish right there. Not sure they're giants. There's a bunch of them there. Oh goodness, that was a hard hit. I think it's another trout. There's got to be a school of 5 million there. Every cast I get bit. But they're all 12 inches or so. All right, it's 10 after 5. Don't have very much longer to fish at all. Sunset is around 6:50 tonight, so I'm gonna make a run. So bayou I've never fished. I saw on a map, probably better chance of catching bass there than redfish or specks. But who knows? You never know. You just never know this time of year. But I'm gonna go run to it. See what we can find. Back in a sec. All right, I've come into a different bayou than the one I mentioned. The one I mentioned was kind of a far run. And I changed my mind because I don't want to waste too much time running. I don't have a whole lot of time left to fish. And I'm very glad I came into this bayou because the water's the prettiest that I've seen today. So definitely like our chances. Water temp in here is 90.6. What you'd expect in clearer water, it's going to be higher temp, less to block the sun's rays. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a nice trout. That's the first keeper trout of the day. All right, there we go. That's a good sign. All right, there we go. He will be a tasty meal. There's one. That's another good one. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Felt like a good one he hit. He smacked it. Oh, there's a fish. It might be one of those reds. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. No, good trout. Oh, bass. It was a bass. He got off. Shoot. He got off. Those marsh bass are incredible. They basically become non-existent in the summer. You just can't find them. They just don't feed. Catch them here and there right on the edges of the day, but they're not going to feed midday in those scorching hot temps. But fall comes and all of a sudden you start catching them again. I mean, it's 90.6 degree water in here. Like, it's not like it's cool water, but it just all of a sudden starts showing up again in the fall, which makes me happy. I love catching them. There's something. Another small trout. Really small trout. Repeat after me. It's going to be a good fall. There's something. I don't know. Foul hooked. Something foul hooked. Foul hook croaker? Yep, foul hook croaker. Is he big enough to keep? I guess I'll keep him since I foul hooked him and stabbed his guts. All right, I made a switch to the glass blast Zimmer swimmer. This water looks really good in here, and that green hornet was getting kind of long in the tooth, looking a little rough. Oh, what the heck? There's a red. That's a red. Well, we lost him. He ran straight under the boat, went that way. There's nothing I could do. I was between the trolling motor and the outboard. He was a big old boy. He was not a fish I was going to keep anyway. Man, a little snake bit all of a sudden. Lost that nice bass, lost that nice red. Speckled trout. I don't know if this fish hit me repeatedly or there was a few of them there. 12.5 incher. All right, I've reached the end of this oh goodness, I got smoked. I've reached the end of this bayou. That means my trip is drawn to a close. But it's not the end of the video. Got something special in mind for these fish. Saw somebody make some fish tacos differently than I typically make them. So I'm gonna give it a try. See what I think. Definitely look good. Look pretty easy to do, but I'm gonna do a slight variation. This person fried the fish. I'm not gonna fry them, I'm gonna sear them. All right, well, stick with us. Next time you see me, I'll be in my kitchen. All right, I've called another audible. I'm just gonna make this into a sandwich rather than fish tacos, just because the store didn't have the tortillas that I like. But obviously this will work just as well as tacos or a fish sandwich, whatever you wanna do. All right, let me show you the ingredients. All right, first off, we got a jalapeno. I'm gonna take the seeds out of this so it's not crazy hot. We've got some green onions, got some mayo, got some sucker punch, bread and butter pickles. These are by far my favorite pickles. These things are absolutely fantastic. I'm really glad I discovered them. Then this is the stuff I got to season the fish. Got some onion powder, black pepper, garlic powder, chili powder, and coarse sea salt. Then I also have a tomato for garnish. That's it. This is a simple recipe. This is gonna be easy. All right, first things first, we gotta sear the fish. Let's get that going right now. All right, you season your fish however you like. This is just a combo that I really like. And of course, as I mentioned, if you're into fried fish, this is really a great recipe to use with fried fish. I just prefer to go a little bit healthier route and pan sear them. All right, there we go. That's our seasoned fish. Now we just gotta throw them into the pan. If you've seen me cook before, you know I use this beef tallow. Just makes perfect seared fish. Love it. All right, hopefully our pan is sufficiently hot. You kind of never know on the first batch, but it is smoking, so it looks pretty good. All right, well that batch is searing. I'm gonna go ahead and make the kind of the spicy mayo that we're gonna put on the fish sandwich. I'm gonna cut off the ends of this jalapeno, cut it right down the middle. We gotta clear out these seeds. I absolutely love the taste of jalapeno, but I don't like spicy food. The seeds, to me, are from the devil. Gotta get those out. Can't put those in anything I cook with, just too spicy. If you like spicy food, go ahead and leave the seeds in. I'm just gonna put about 1/4 of this jalapeno into our mayo mixture. All right, then we've got our green onions. Green onions are so good. Put a pretty healthy amount of those in there. And I'm gonna say about 1/2 cup of mayo. Might need to add more. But that's good for now. Check on our fish again. All right, just an okay sear. Definitely done better, probably got a little impatient. We'll let the other ones stay that side down. All right, then we're also gonna put some of this pickle juice in here. Maybe, let's go with like 3 tablespoons. Alrighty. Probably need a little more mayo. Let's put a little more mayo in here. Try that again. All right, there we go. Looks about the right consistency. Kind of a thin, runny mayo. All right, there we go. Fish look a little better. Yeah, beautiful sear. All right, now the next step is to get this bun ready. Actually, let's go with 2 buns. The only thing better than 1 fish sandwich is 2 fish sandwiches. All right, I never make a sandwich without toasting the bun. A little bit of butter on it, on each side. I got another cast iron skillet going. Should be warm enough now. We can throw those on and get them toasted up. All right, let's check out our bun. All right, perfect, there we go. Nice and toasted. Oh yeah, that's gonna be delicious. Throw the other one on there, get that ready. We're gonna ladle some of this sauce onto our bun right here. Pretty thick, almost kind of like a tartar type sauce. Oh, forgot to cut our tomato, let's do that. Put a couple of nice slices of tomato on there, and then a pickle or 2. Now, you don't like bread and butter pickles, you can use dill pickles, of course. But try these sucker punch. These are so good. So good. All right, second bun is ready, and we're ready for our fish. All right, how's that look? Looks pretty good to me. Now, I've never tried this before, as I mentioned, but given the ingredients that are in here, I think it's gonna be really delicious. But let me take a bite and find out. Excellent, very, very good. Now, I'll say this, I'm definitely a heat and innie. It could use a little more kick. I probably should have put a little bit more jalapeno in there, but it is phenomenal. Really, really tasty. Highly recommend this fish sandwich. Obviously, as I said, you can make it as tacos. That was kind of my initial plan. But so good as a sandwich. I'll be making this again. All right, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Hopefully we continue to find all those reds around the marsh. That was so heartening to see. Those are all gonna be mature fish. Well, not mature fish, but legal fish before very long. So great to see. And obviously the speckled trout, man, they've been everywhere for the past few weeks. It's gonna be a great fall. I'll say it again, it's gonna be a great fall. All right, until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.